You know, I don't think I've explained to y'all, like, what PCR is. Like, what is it? Like, I've never explained to y'all what that was. I've just been, like, going on tangents about, like, what I have planned for it. I've never explained to y'all what it is. So I think it's best that I do that now. So, what is PCR? Well, obviously, it's post-credits revisited. So, let me give you some context. So, I was working on the original post-credits, which I had described as being, like, the events after Karik Remastered from the DT community. And this was going to be my take on it. It wasn't going to be canon, it wasn't going to be, it wasn't going to be applied to the plot of DT. It was just going to be my take on what would happen after Karik Remastered. And that one, the first chapter went well. I'm not gonna cap. The first chapter went well. But however, when I got to the second chapter, let's just say an error was caused in the process when I tried to start on the second chapter. Things were altered. The characters, their designs, their personalities, everything about them changed. And I know I've said that before, but I just want to emphasize it again, but I think we need to dive deeper into PCR, because this video is probably going to be a long video again. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. So, we first need to cover what the concept for PCR is. What are the characters based, or what are their designs based around upon? And I think that their design, and me personally, I took PC, which was the original post-credits, by the way, and I decided to make it to where in PCR that the characters' designs are based upon what they specialize in. Like Sakura would be scythes and innocence. It's kind of like an amplification take, you know? You amplify the characters' personalities. You make them, like, more of what they are. Let's take Sakura, for example, since she's the obvious one to pick. She's innocent, so with this amplification take that I've put in, she would be even more innocent and more oblivious to the dangers of the world. Now, obviously, she would defend herself, but not as often as she would in PC. Thing is that Sakura never made an appearance in PC. It was mainly just Winter and everyone else. Well, actually, I take that back. Sakura did make an appearance, but she was corrupted. Now this time, it's Winter being corrupted. For, like, the entirety of PCR up to, like, chapter 12. I believe is what I said. Or 13, whatever. But yes, this will have 15 chapters. I am going to be recording all these, but that's for another topic. But anyways, so I based Advent's design around his ability to use his technology to form weapons out of his hand. Like, his arm could turn into a cannon, his leg could turn into, like, I don't know, like probably like jet skis or something. I don't really know. I take that back. I take that back about the jet skis part. I meant rocket shoes. Dang it! I am stumbling all over the place today. Jeez. And that's mainly because I just woke up, so if you hear me mumble on about some random crap, then that's why. You have your reason. But anyways, as you can see on my screen right now, I have the roster for PCR. So you already know what the concept and design is about PCR. You already know that their designs are based around what they most specialize in. And I think that'll give y'all some, like, ideas for, like, if y'all want to make your own PCR variants, then all you have to do is just credit me for, like, the concept of it, and then y'all be good. Like, I expect nothing more than just me getting credited for, you know, the concept of it. Like if you want to do your own take of PCR, I'm fine with that. Like, you don't gotta credit me for that. Like, I'm fine if y'all make your own version of PCR, or like do your own take of it, or do your own version of it. I'm fine with that. But anyways, on to the next topic of PCR. Exhibit B. The plot. Yes, the plot is a major factor in PCR. Just as much as the original PC, it follows a written script, which is what caused that error in the original PC to basically transform into PCR. There was a mistake in the script because there was a timeline distortion. I'm not gonna say who caused it. I'm not gonna say who, you know, made the timeline error happen. All I'm just gonna say is that there was a timeline distortion, people changed, and that's all you need to know. But the plot is the key factor to PCR. If one mistake is made in the script, then basically PCR will most likely collapse. And if it's lucky enough, it'll probably still have some remains of it. But the plot is what PCR is based around upon. It's based around the plot of what happens. That's why I keep, like, doing these videos in order. I don't jump from place to place to place to place to place to place. I don't jump all around the place. I go in an orderly fashion. Because, you know, well, I have OCD whenever it comes to, you know, doing things in a sequential order. Like, if I do 1 and then 3, I'm gonna be missing out on 2. And that's like y'all watching these videos. Like, if you watch like the first sub-chapter of chapter 1, but then go to like the ending of it, you'll have missed chapter 2, which is a key part to the ending. You see, that's why I make these things. Like, that's why PCR's plot is heavily based upon itself, as well as the original PC. Which is why it collapsed so easily, because there was a timeline distortion, basically jumping from chapter 2 back to chapter 1. And that's the thing, is that it can only progress forward. There is no jumping back. It's like set in stone. Like, the events that take place are set in stone. You can't jump forwards. I'm sorry. Let me reiterate. You can't jump backwards. You can't go back to this certain time and try to prevent it from happening. No, 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 no. You only can move forward. There is no jumping backwards. Now, I think it's time for Exhibit C, which is the Guardian. Yes, the Guardian of PCR. Now, I did a community post about this, about who was the Guardian of PCR. Let me explain why they're a key aspect to PC in general. Okay, here it is. SP Sakura. Yes, y'all all voted for her to be the Guardian, and I'm not gonna lie, this design looks kind of awesome. Not gonna lie. Props to All Stars X. Go sub to him. He is a master at almost everything that he does. He's the one who made the design. Go show him some support. I love it. But anyways, the reason why the Guardian is a key aspect, as much as the plot, is because without the Guardian, there is no plot. I mean, think about it like DT. If there was no Guardian, there would be no darkness, meaning DT would never have taken place. You see what I mean? Like, that's why I stress so much over these videos that I make, because I want to, make my own story, write out like what I want to happen in a sequential order with like these set dates. Like by August 15th, you'll have all of Chapter 2, most likely Chapter 3 as well, if I can get it done. Because I think the 15th is when I start school again, but that's its own world. But that's why I stress so much about the events that happen in PC and PCR. I'm planning on, and that's why I decided to revisit PC in general. It's because I wanted to bring it back, but like with new people, new designs and all that. Because in PC, I only was able to get Winter's design done. I was never able to get like anyone else's design done. I don't think so. Like, I think I was able to get like at least one design in, but I don't know whose it was. I think it was like Winter's like old design before I added the corruption on it. But yeah, you all, my gosh, I cannot speak. Again, tiredness. But still. This is why I stress so goddamn much about, like, these little things that happen. Because I want a fully functional story. That's all I want. It's a fully functional story that flows nicely, is ordered structurally, and makes sense. I know y'all aren't able to see most of what I do or what happens in PCR because, well, the text is so small and you can't read it. Which is why I'm gonna try and be able to make the text bigger with those little hashtags like I've been doing in, Chapter 1. If y'all have not watched Chapter 1, please do so. It's like that you get a general idea of what's happening so far in PCR. Like that, when I post Chapter 2, the full chapter, by the way, because if I remember correctly, y'all wanted me to do full chapter vids, and let me read out the pros and cons of this. So basically, more content's going to be able to be given. It allows me to have more characters develop and grow over time. It allows me to thicken the plot, and chapters will be included. It's like that. Like, I can do sub-chapters, like, I can tell you, like, you're on, like, this sub-chapter, and then as soon as that one's done, you'll be able to know, like, which one you're on next. And of course, I'll be playing music, so like that you're not entirely bored. And this also allows me to introduce new characters into, you know, these videos that I make. But the thing is that it takes up a lot of time. Like, don't get me wrong, I love making these things for y'all. I love making, like, you know, these things that I wish I could animate. But it would take up a lot of time for me to animate these things. Like, I'm not the creator of Underverse, mind you. I'm not that type of person. I'm not that level of animation. Heck, I can't even animate in general. And besides, I have to put a lot of focus on it. Besides, like, you know how I am. I mean, look. I already have a DM from someone. Well, not a DM, but notification, but you know what I mean. And if I ever have to, like, go and take a break, like, say, eat lunch or eat breakfast or something like that, I'm gonna have to edit that out. Now, of course, you probably missed, if you watched, like, chapter 1, subchapter 2, you probably missed a frame. And that was this right here. You missed this part right here. I suggest you go back and look at this. It's like that you can read all this out. It's like that you know how Winter, you know, became corrupted in the first place. But anywho, as I was saying, and it's very tiring. It's very tiring for me to make these full chapter videos. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to make PCR content. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it as much as y'all do. I know it hasn't been receiving it as much of attention as it has been. Unlike that Silly Billy video, which y'all crashed the view goal on. It was like for me, I expected at least like 350 views at least, but I did not expect 60K from it. Jeez. Y'all crashed the like goal on that too. I was expecting like y'all to do like 50 likes at the very least, because like I barely get any likes on any of my videos, but that one I did not expect. But anyways, but then you'll have the other option of choosing sub-chapter vids, which I've been doing, like the alpha and intermission. And they're quick and easy, allows me to take breaks after I'm done, and it allows me to leave cliffhangers to add suspense. And they also take less time. They take less time for me to upload. I'm sorry. I'm still tired. I should probably get some rest after this video, but there are a lot of cons to the subchapter vids. Subchapter vids are basically like you not being verified on YouTube. you not being able to make like these long videos and like other people are. Like character development, there's little of that. Less content is even given. Credited music is only going to be played for like a short amount of time, because I mean I don't want to be full on copyrighted. I just want to, play like a few minutes of music, and I mean besides, I'm copyrighted. I've been like copyrighted so many times that I haven't even gotten a strike from it. Little to no characters are able to be introduced. And that's true because the plot progresses slowly if I do subchapter vids. And besides, it's only me, myself, and I doing this by myself. I could get distracted easily due to DMs, notifications, and or any drama that happens. And it also gathers less attention. That's another thing about PCR. When I got the idea of revisiting it, I wanted to make it so like that y'all are engaged in it, like y'all are anticipating on what comes next. And I get it, like y'all want to take, like I'm trying to do like all these things at once, and I mean it's only one of me and 1,000 of other things that I've got going on. Like school's about to start in like 2 weeks. I've got like thumbnails to make. I've got a lot of characters to make. Like, trust the process, alright? Masterpieces take time. Trust the process. Now, I see a lot of you were hating on that Silly Billy video. This is the outro, by the way. But trust me, I try my absolute best to hit all those notes. Y'all keep saying that I'm trash, which I full on respect. I am trash, but it doesn't give you the right to say it to my face like that. That's just disrespectful. No, of course I'll get it, but just don't hate on me, okay? I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best to at least please y'all. I'm trying my best to, get y'all engaged and all. I don't hate anyone that's been watching my content. In fact, I kind of want the attention though, but it's just no video is perfect, y'all. Like y'all expect me to just make like a 2-hour video of me just playing Silly Billy? Like, I get, like, I know it's possible, but it's not what y'all want. I'll be waiting on y'all in the next video with your answers in the comments. Do y'all want a Silly Billy video extended for 2 hours, or would you want the full chapter 2 video of PCR? I want you to think about this carefully now. You're getting 2 hours, or I'd say around half an hour of content. I want y'all to think about it. Think about it wisely. See y'all.